Welcome on Easy Learning. Now we are going to cover question number 3 of BPCE-014 of psychopathology. This is question number 3. Explain the diagnosis of learning disability. Discuss the interventions for children with learning disability. It is near about 1000 words. Let's start. Diagnosis of learning disability. It creates gap between a person's intelligence in each and every stage and age of the person. She has different learning ability and intelligence. It means a 10-year-old severely retarded child who speaks like 6 years old cannot be considered to have language and speech disability. She acquires language according to his her intelligence, but a person with IQ of 100 not having writing a simple sentence despite in 5th and 6th grade can be considered to have learning disability. A significant delay in the child's skill development may be under learning disorders. It can't be considered disability of learning unless a child crosses the first 2 years of delay in the primary grades. A standardized test is required for actual diagnosis of learning disabilities. It compares the child's level of ability to know the normal development for a person of that age and intelligence. The result of the test depends on child's actual abilities, the reliability of the test instrument, and his level of understanding of directions, questions, and pay attention during test as these disabilities are diagnosed in different way. Sensory impairment is tested to know the person's seeing and hearing ability. Standardized tests are used to know the skills of reading, math, and writing. The psychologist completes intelligence testing. Pronunciation, vocabulary, and grammar are compared to the developmental abilities of same age peers to diagnose peers. It is P-E-E-R-S peers, okay, to diagnose speech and language disorders. Medical doctors examines ear infection, throat and vocal cord problems. Interventions for learning disabilities. A diagnosis is very important for a child to adopt him her for his her family, friends, neighbor, society and school. It has a variety of fronts: educational, medical, emotional and practical. There are some spheres where it is difficult to find out child with learning disabilities and without these disabilities. They meet with other children at schools, society, neighbors functions and parties, share their experience, eat food together. Despite their co-union, there should be special classes at school for improvement in academic performance and modification in their behavior. These students should be provided special classes. The parents should hire the special tutors at their home after school. Still, the problem is severe. They should have got their children admission in a special school. Special education teachers design an individualized educational program. After observing the children's strengths and weaknesses together, they try to find out the particular sensory system that can be used For better outcomes, different special children have different sensory problems. The specific skills of a child are further developed by individualized educational program. These skills are used for an appropriate learning activities that creates child strengths. Several skills and senses are used to learn writing and speaking. The students may be asked to see, say, spell, and pronounce and write a new word. She can also be indulged in writing on sand to make bold figure of a word. The students who use more senses to learn are more intelligent than who use single sense to learn anything. Non-standard methods like artificial learning conditions are also going to be developed to help the brain receive information. The researchers and scientists are planning to use computer for assessing the learners in a consecutive method by talking method. The computer would talk to learners. At first stage, it would be in slow to stay on a word, while this rhythmic pattern would be accelerated in future according to the learning ability of the learners. They feel sometimes awful, AWFUL, and they don't know their indifference. Their ignorance can lead them drop out of school and they can be isolated and depressed. Their education cannot further be possible. They have trouble in making friends, have problem with playgroup, inability to interpret tone of viva, viva, okay, or facial expression, misunderstanding the situation. Social problems may also cause to their disability. As a result, they act inappropriately and turn people away. They need professional help. Without it, it would be difficult. The situation, letting it go out of control. The more failure lead to their high frustration and damage of their self-esteem. Such children ignorance lead to their punishment and degrading the self-esteem. Such children are frequently seen as the burden of family. The family members often sweep through a range of despair, denial, blame, frustration, and anger. These disabled children also become the cause of trouble for other siblings in the family, as well as the seed of SWED. Seed of jealousy can be felt due to all the attention the child with learning disability gets. The counselor and psychologist can advise and counsel these parents. Actually, it would be advise, not advice, okay? ADVISE, it is misspelled here because it is used as a noun here. Sorry, as a verb here. Okay. So, the counselor and psychologist can advise and counsel these parents and children. Through counseling, such parents learns the skills of self-control and talking such children. Counseling can help such children, teenagers and adults. They develop greater self-control and a positive attitude to judge their own ability. The parents can get help from their self-support group to gather information, practical suggestion and mental understanding. Self-help books and mental health professionals can be helpful. Children with the learning disability also need behavior modification through their rewards. When they act appropriately, it can help these children learn to control their self actions. Private counselor can help for creating such atmosphere for the children for behavior modification through tangible and appropriate rewards. Parents, teachers, and counselors can help such learning disabled children in creating an appropriate environments for the success. They can find ways to help their children build on their strengths and to work around their disabilities. A language can be taught teenagers by providing pictures and diagrams. Okay. The psychologists can help practical solutions to make easier for the child and family to deal day-to-day life. A child always needs love to be competent. In learning disabilities, the parents need to work hard to protect their self-esteem and relationship. Building skills, self-esteem, and good relationships are very important for any academic skill and success. With this answer, now this answer is over. It was my own writing, it was my own language. I went through the Ignou materials as well as the internets, and thereafter I wrote in my own language using my own grammatical skills. Okay, so I hope that it would help a lot in your Ignou preparation or other universities or schools syllabus. Okay, thank you so much. Now we'll cover another question, another video.